Hey guys, so we're back again for another stocks by request where we feature the top stocks that you guys requested via social media, via our Patreon community, via our YouTube community, and also the Instagram DMs that you have slid into. And we are gonna tackle it from a technical analysis point of view. Again, these are not stock tips, these are not stock picks, but this is me sharing logic, insight, and strategy on how you can analyze and how you can trade the markets with confidence. So I just want to start with this. No, the market today, as you can see here from the chart, was relatively boring. If you'll allow me to zoom in here, it's very, very distinct that since it hit the resistance last September 8th, the PSEI really has not gone anywhere. And what's so interesting also is that trading volumes were very, very low. Value turnover was at, I think, around 3.5 billion pesos. And what's so interesting about that is it's literally now and Dito that's pushing volume into the market. If you add, I think, now and Dito's value turnover, it was around 600 million already. So if you put that into perspective, it's almost just the two stocks carrying a large chunk of the trading volumes that we've seen. And if you look at it and you also take into consideration last week, I think the trading volume of now and Dito was around one fourth of the money that got traded. Hence, as you all know, I'm a big fan of volume. Markets cannot go up with conviction without any volume. And if you also put everything into context, as long as foreigners are selling, as long as foreigners are not really buying the markets up, you can't really expect a larger reversal. And up until this reversal line, this trend line is not broken, you can't really expect it to push up. You can't really expect it to go at a much higher movement in the next few days. So that's where it is. And even at this point in time, it's still forming its descending triangle. It's still below the 20-day moving average with the 5672 support as its support range. And we really haven't gone back yet, even at this time where we're making this video. So that's a PSEI. And now what I'm doing also is we're doing two US stocks, and we're doing, again, the top stocks that have moved in the PSE, which is now and Dito. So I want to start first with Disney. And please remember, the reasons why I'm doing this is so that those of you who are from the Philippines watching this, you can actually see, no, teka, habang wala masyadong volatility sa markets, habang there's not much of a recovery yet, you can also explore and you can also trade US markets, and the tools, the techniques, and the analysis using charts is literally the same. And that's what I want to submit to all of you. That once you know technicals, it allows you not to focus merely on, you don't have to even focus on hype and speculation, because everything you need to know is found in what the charts are telling you. And here's the thing, and this is what I've been saying for the longest time, that Disney, Starbucks, Nike, all of those big US brands, McDonald's, have been making money from us. So why not, as a consumer, also be an investor? And as they start making money, you're also making money off of it. And if you notice it, this is how I'll analyze it. I'm just using the 200-day moving average here. So if you look at the 200-day moving average, there's a bounce that's happening right here across the 200-day, which, as you all know, for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, this works also as a support range. And as this is working as a support range, you could also put this and plot this as an area of resistance. I repeat, that can be your area of resistance. So you have a 121.7 US dollar support range, and your target price will be at the 135 US dollar resistance level. So 121 support, 135 resistance. As it bounces, and as you see Disney hold at this particular level, buy at 121, sell at 135. This is giving you an 11% upside if you are a trader of the markets, or if you want to trade Disney. So if you notice it, same technique, same chart, same analysis, but this time you're not just making money off the Philippines, you're making money also off what you see in US markets. So that's where we have Disney. Now let's look at Facebook. So isipin nyo, FB, Pure Foods, no, Facebook. Let's look at Facebook, same picker code, but again, different market and with a larger possibility also of upside. And here's what I'm saying. Tech is everything. Tech, in my opinion, is the game. Tech is where everything is headed. That if you know that everything right now is e-commerce, streaming, social media, fintech, driverless cars, 5G, you would position on things that are in line with that. Now, here's the thing from a technical standpoint. The run that Facebook had from March 2020 all the way up to the resistance at 300, the movement up got broken last September 17. And that being said, as of today, no, as of this chart, it tried to bounce off the 243 support level, meaning if it stays at this level, there's a shot that even though it's out of this upward trend, that it could now possibly start to move sideways. And the sideways progression for Facebook is 243 support, 303 resistance. This is giving you an upside of around 24.4%. So for those who want to trade Facebook, 244 support, resistance 303, the longer upward push, upward move that we saw last March got broken at this area. So I'll give you more evidence later on if it has a shot to go back up again. But as of this point in time, until it breaks out of 303, we're currently pegging it that it may possibly consolidate and it may possibly nakalimutan ko pala yung chart. It may possibly consolidate and it may possibly just move sideways. So the name of the game and your strategy in all of this is just to trade the range. So I hope you're learning. And for those who want to trade US markets, I have a link down in the description for eToro that allows you to buy Facebook and Disney stock for 50 US dollars only. What that actually means is even if you're in the Philippines, you don't actually have to go abroad to be able to open an account to trade US stocks because everything now is online and everything now gives you the ability to be able to trade and to position yourself even outside the Philippines as the Philippines is still on its way to recovery. And by the way, if you want to know more of this, in the description below, I have playlists talking about different aspects of technical and fundamental analysis. They're all on YouTube. And if you're new to this channel and you want to know more, like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing and trading the markets. So now I want to talk about one of the most talked about, one of the most requested stocks in the PSE. And what's so interesting is today, this is our charts from the last video, it suddenly start to move up. Instead of retracing here and falling back to the support, allow me to just move this first. Instead of falling back to the support, I'll move this here. This channel, by the way, is around 45-46%. Instead of falling, it kind of pushed up and it's on its way here. So current upside right now for now, based on the last green candle, is if it continues, it's on its way to 14.1% trade, close to the next resistance. But your downside risk also here is it's going to give you around 20.3% downside. So please write this down, 14.1% upside, 20.3% downside from where we are for now, telecom. So I repeat, 14.1% upside. Then on the downside, you have 20.3%. So please take note of that when you start trading it. As of today, looking at it from a moving average perspective, they're still above short, mid, and long term, denoting a more bullish undertone. Please remember, one of the reasons why now is up, it's pretty much driven by the news that I've posted. You can watch that on my first channel where we talked about it, where we analyzed it along with Robbie Samson. So That's the detail, that's the narrative for now, telecom. So from a position trading standpoint, it's still undergoing its reversal. From a quick trading standpoint, 3.7 resistance, 2.5 support, large green candle for today with relatively much better volume as compared to a lot of the stocks that we're seeing in the markets. So by the way, before I proceed to Dito, please remember that these are not stock picks, these are not stock tips. This is me showing you strategies that I hope while you're doing this, you're learning. And I think that's one of the most important things for you to get from this channel. We don't give you fish, we give you the opportunity to learn how to fish on your own, because the knowledge that you will have here is something that you can use repeatedly in perpetuity. And that's the whole point of why we created this, so that you have a fighting shot, a chance to be able to trade the markets with confidence. Lastly, let's look at Dito. Uh, Dito again, no, large amounts of volume. As you can see here, it continued its breakout from this level of resistance at the 4.15 level. So again, as long as it stays above that, I showed you the chart of ISM. I don't know why is it like this for chart Nexus, but the resistances to consider right now is 4.41, which is, if you look at it here from Dito, Dito closed Dito closed at 4.49. So what I've plotted here is you have a resistance of 4.4. Now, here's the thing. From a trend standpoint, Dito is still pretty much reversing and pushing up and into an uptrend. Even the trend lines that I drew is confirming that it's in an uptrend. The moving average is confirming that it's bullish. The range that we have right now at the 4.1415 level has also been broken out from, and it's very consistent. It's very true that it's pushing up. And today, closing close to 4.5, we've seen it break past the 4.41. Now, that being said, the way you could look at it and the way you could analyze it now is if it stays above 4.4, the next possible movement where Dito could go is the 5 peso level. So please write this down. If it stays above the 4.4 level, next possible area that Dito could attack is the 5 peso level. If it breaks out from this, Dito could go to the next resistance at 5.6. So please write this down. 4.4 support, 5 resistance, breakout from 5 will bring it to the 5.6 level. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that added value to you. I don't know if there's a lot of interesting stocks in the Philippine markets right now. There's really not much volume, and there's not something that, as compared to months ago, there were larger swings accompanied by volume. But the technique and the name of the game is, if you want to be an investor also, or you want to be someone who wants to position while no one else is coming, then you look for the stocks that you really want, that you believe has the ability to grow and make more, and you position into them. And as they start to get better and as they start to go up, you're already positioned and you have exposure into it. But again, that's another style from what we're talking about here. The name of the game from the charts that I've been showing is either you're a quick trader or you're a position trader. And if you guys have other stocks that you guys want me to analyze, just put them in the comment section and we're going to make new videos on top of that. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this. And if you have not seen the new video that I posted today, it's in my other channel at Marvin Gurmo, where we talked about, what should you do? When should you quit your job? What is the tipping point that should cause you to move from being an employee to either an entrepreneur or investor? So I hope you guys are having a great Monday ahead. This is Marvin Gurmo, and I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.